Taking the tiller, miss? Come on.
But I can't steer.
Come on. A little to starboard, miss. No, the other way. Ah, so far, so good. Here we are, safe and sound, as you might say. The question is, what next?
Right.
Well, we got heaps of grub here, miss, so we're all right as far as that goes. 2,000 cigarettes, 2 cases of gin. We could stay here for months if we wanted to. And it's not a bad place to sit out a war in, is it, miss? All the comforts of home, including running water.
We simply can't remain here in this backwater until the war is over, Mr. Allnut.
Can't we, miss? You got the map. Show me a way out, and I'll take it.
The British will certainly launch an attack. The only question is, which way will they come?
Well, maybe from the sea up the railway to Limbazi, but that would put the Germans between us and them.
Mightn't our soldiers come in from British East, Mr. Allnut?
Yeah, they might, but the war in Europe would be over before they ever hacked their way through that forest. Now, we're in a bit of a fix, miss, no matter which way you look at it. There's one thing certain, they won't come up from the Congo, not even if they wanted to. They got to cross that lake. And nothing's going to cross that lake while the Louisa's there.
The Louisa, what's that?
The 100-ton steamer, miss.
Oh.
The Germans brought her overland in sections. She's the boss of the lake, because she's got a 6-pounder.
A 6-pounder? What's that?
A gun, miss. The biggest gun in Central Africa.
I see.
If it wasn't for the Louisa, there wouldn't be nothing to it. The Germans wouldn't last a month if our men could get across the lake. But all that don't get us any closer to home, does it, miss?
This river, the Ulanga, runs into the lake, doesn't it, Mr. Allnut?
Well, yes, miss, it does. But if you've got any ideas about going down to the lake in this launch, you better get rid of them.
Why?
Well, first off, there's Shona. The Germans have a fort there overlooking the river. If we tried to pass under their guns, they'd blow us right out of the water. And then after that, miss, there's the rapid. 100 miles of water, like it was coming out of a fire hose. And after that, why, the river's even got a different name. It's called the Bora. That just goes to show you they didn't even know it was the same river until this fellow Spengler got...
He got down it, I remember.
Well, yes, miss, in a dugout canoe. He had a half a dozen Swahili paddlers. Map-making he was. That was his map he was looking at.
Mr. Allnut,
Yes, miss?
what did you say is in these boxes with the red lines on them?
Well, them? Well, that's blasting gelatin, miss.
Is it dangerous?
Ah, bless you, no, miss. That's safety stuff, that is. You can get it wet and it don't do it any harm. You set fire to it and it just burns. You can hit it with a hammer and it won't go off. At least I don't think it will. It takes a detonator to set it off. I'll put it over the side, though, if it worries you.
No, we may want it. Mr. Allnut,
Yes, miss?
what are these long, round, torpedo-like things?
Oh, them? Them's oxygen and hydrogen cylinders, miss.
Mr. Allnut,
I'm still right here, miss. There ain't much of any other place I could be on a 30-foot boat.
you're a machinist, aren't you? I mean, wasn't that your position at the mine?
Yes, a kind of a fixer, jack of all trades and master of none, like they say.
Could you make a torpedo?
How's that, miss?
Could you make a torpedo?
A torpedo? Ask me to make a dreadnought and do it upright. A torpedo, miss. You don't really know what you're asking. You see, there ain't nothing so complicated as the insides of a torpedo. It's got gyroscopes, compressed air chambers, compensating cylinders.
But all those things, those gyroscopes and things, they're only to make it go, aren't they?
Yeah, go and hit what it's aimed at.
Well, we've got the African Queen.
How's that, miss?
If we were to fill those cylinders with that blasting gelatine, and then fix them so that they would stick out over the end of the boat and then run the boat against the side of a ship, they would go off, just like a torpedo, wouldn't they?
Yeah. They're detonators in the
We
end.
could, get a good head of steam up and then point the launch toward a ship, and just before she hit, we could dive off, couldn't we?
Sure, miss, sure, absolutely. There's only one little thing wrong with your idea. There ain't nothing to torpedo.
Oh, yes, there is.